Nothing on the Bunnell Foundation's Living with Cystic Fibrosis podcast should be considered medical advice. Medical advice can only come from your CF physician. Cystic fibrosis can be a devastating diagnosis, but living with the disease can bring positivity and a new appreciation for each day. From the Bunnell Foundation in Detroit, Michigan, it's the Living with Cystic Fibrosis podcast, sponsored by Vertex Pharmaceutical and Viatris. Here's your host, Laura Bunnell.
The CF mom that you're about to meet is Kateryna Koval with her daughter Anna, who is 4 years old and has cystic fibrosis. Her husband Andrew is now with her as well. About 900 families in Ukraine have been diagnosed with cystic fibrosis. She has so many worries, as you can imagine. She is lucky that she was able to escape to Germany with her husband, and she's living with friends. But her mother is in the military, so she had to leave her mom behind. For so many families, they've had to say goodbye to their husbands and parents, goodbye to their support system as they venture out of their homeland with their child who has cystic fibrosis. She also worries if she will ever be able to return to Ukraine and if she can even call it her home anymore. She said that she had to leave to save her daughter's life. She said that she misses her mother's voice every single morning when they used to sip and have coffee before Anna went to preschool, and that simple coffee is something she still misses. She left everyone in the Ukraine, her family, her friends, and you'll hear those challenges in this podcast, and they both left their jobs. She says it's hard, but she hopes that it will be okay, and she's really hoping that they can move back to Ukraine. She was very concerned about her ability to speak English, but she did a great job. One thing you will notice is that she uses the typewriter sometimes to translate a word that I may say that she doesn't understand. So we thank her for being so gracious and for bridging the language gap, because I can't speak Ukraine. So this was wonderful that she was able to do this with us. Also in this podcast is Rod Spattinger. He founded CFS for Life and gets the vests to CF people around the country. They're doing great work, and I've known Rod now for a long time, and the other people that work on his foundation, just a wonderful group of human beings. We thank him for connecting us to Kateryna, and his foundation has donated 94 vests to CF patients in 28 countries, including Ukraine, prior to the war. Some Ukrainian families had to leave their CF vests equipment behind if they didn't have a car to escape. It was just too much to walk and try to escape with all of that equipment. So here is her story. It's wonderful to have you. This is the first time that you get to actually see Rod on a Zoom call, after he helped you over a year ago. It's wonderful to see you in person. I mean, as far as in person goes these days.
Thank you.
So please tell us, what happened when you first thought that you would, in fact, have to leave Ukraine with your husband and your daughter, Anna, who has CF.
It was, it's hard now. It was 5 a.m. clock, 24 February. I wake it up before I hear a lot of, one moment.
Like bombing or?
Aircraft noise. A lot of aircraft noise, and one man in near my house, near my windows, cry and scream, "Oh, the war is starting! The war is starting! People wake up! War starting!" I'm very afraid. I don't know what happened, and stay on my leg. And first of all, I think about medication for Anna. I bring a big case and start bring all medication what I see. The pulmozyme, Creon, it's wrap on my back, and I did it, and after that we have a car, and sat on our car and go to a border because we understand the war starting. My mother work in military. One moment.
That's okay. You're looking for translations. I understand. Yeah, that's fine.
My mother worked in military parts, and she called me and said, "You need to take away Anna from country because because of war." It's hard to say, but in Ukraine now war, a lot of people ask it that like. This is Anna.
Hi. You're so beautiful. So nice to meet you.
Hi. Hello.
Hi. Hello.
I'm Anna.
Anna.
She worried. She worried. Yes, and I stopped on it. My mother worked in military part and said me, you need to take away Anna from the country because the war starting. We go to a border. But the first time, one moment.
Sure. And just to everyone listening, you're typing on your computer so that you're able to find words to translate it to speak English. Yes.
I'm worried too, and I confused some words in my head.
That's okay. I can't speak your language, so I bow to you. It's beautiful that you can speak English, so you're way ahead of me. So thank you.
And when we was the first time on the border, the custom officer said us, we can't leave the country. The war starting. You need to be in your country. I was shocked because my doctor called me and said, I don't know if hospital can work in the work from cystic fibrosis or only for injured people. I don't know. It's better for us leaving Ukraine now or something like that. And can be situation, for example, with problem with electricity because of war, and how you can do inhalate and receive a medicine from country with it big problem. I don't know.
Were you able to take the vest that CF Vest for Life gave you?
Our vest with us in Germany, we can take it with us. All okay. Anna used it every day, and we have a very, very good result with using vest because before Anna was diagnosed with cystic fibrosis, it was when she had 1.5 years. She didn't diagnose it from birthday. It was a very bad time for us this 1.5 years. I remembered in the morning I didn't want to wake it up because I don't know what to do with my child. She always had a big belly, bad stool, bad appetite. I always heard a mucus in her lung. Mm-hmm. And we treated different, not correct diseases. And it was hard time. But after that, when she was diagnosed, day by day, our life maybe stayed better and better and better. And when we diagnosed it, she was diagnosed first July 2019 year, and I celebrate this day because our life started to be better.
What year was she born?
She born 4 November 2017 years.
Okay.
Yes.
And Rod, how do you feel being able to see Kateryna and Anna on Zoom. I know it's so many mixed emotions because of the war in Ukraine, but to see how your work has helped, you were able to provide her a vest, and now she was able to take it with her when she fled.
We're very happy that we can take our vest with us. Anna used it to use it. It's very easier for her treatment, because in Ukraine we don't have some equipment like vest. And maybe do you know, Ukraine have some problem with medication for CF people. We don't have a case for Trikafta or Kambi or some target therapy. We don't have a case for this medicine.
But one second. So Rod, he feels so happy that he could help you. So tell us, Rod, how you're feeling witnessing this.
I'm humbled. I truly am humbled that we're able to help Kateryna and her daughter. Just feel blessed that we have the resources and the donors and the organization to help her as we have.
So thank you a lot of times. Thank you. And from Olga Savitska. She has vest too now, Olga in Slovak, but maybe do you know she can't take your vest because she lived Ukraine after me, when in Ukraine we very difficult situation. But I know your husband now looking for some different way from Olga can receive your vest. I hope she will do it.
Yeah, and you're talking about a woman in her mid-20s that CFS for Life also helped, and she as well had to leave Ukraine. How is your daily life now, Kateryna? How are you doing? How is Anna doing and your husband?
Now it's hard. Before war, Anna started go to the kindergarten. It's very, very good news for us. It's only on 4 hours a day, but it's good. And she started visiting gymnastic classes. Its visit helped a lot vest because of we always have a big belly. Also, after Anna was diagnosed at such time, approximately 1 year, she has a big belly. Now the situation is better. But for she, it was very, very hard to evacuate mucus before the big belly. Mm-hmm. It was hard for she. And with vest, we had a good result. Good. I have it because it was hard. After we used it first time, Anna coughed maybe 5 minutes and always eradicated mucus. I was happy. I was really happy the first time. I laughing, I crying in the same time. It was incredible. I don't know.
Now, and such a testimony to how much we really need equality in health across this world, that everyone should be able to get these simple vests, right? Life-saving vests. But everyone should be able to get all the medication they need.
Yes. And we started with kindergarten, gymnastic, and now VAR. After that, we leave Ukraine, and now we live in our friends in Germany. Germany help people from Ukrainian, no, not only German. One moment. The European Union, all the European Union help now Ukrainian people with the medication, for example, in our situation. Now here we can go to the doctor And we have a cast for the medicine insurance.
Oh, wonderful.
It's cheaper. Medicine insurance only 4 times a year. I can go to the CF doctor, but I can go in clinic like an emergency have, if I correct.
Okay. How are you doing, mentally? This is a lot. You had to leave your home. And in the note you sent me, you said you don't know whether to call it your home or if you're ever able to go back. How are you doing with so much to deal with?
It's very hard. First of all, I every morning call to my mother because she in military part, and all day in our military object in Ukraine, all day that object is bombed, and I always worried about my mother. I call for she every morning and hope that she alive. It's very hard for me. Now I have my used life. I'm used to live my life. I don't want to leave my country. I don't say in Ukraine and all is good, but I think like every country. In Ukraine, not some bad situation. We don't have a lot of CF doctors, but we have some few amount this doctor, and we try. One moment.
Sure.
Supports each other, and maybe we don't have a cast for Trikafta or something like that, but we have some medication, we have Creon, we have Pulmazine, but now in Ukraine we doesn't have nothing. Some humanitarian project from European Union support Ukrainian now, but we don't know how will be it in the future. I don't know. Now I'm very happy. I am in another country. It's easier for me. I can go to hospital. I can speak with the CF doctor. I have vest. It's like a mini physiotherapist.
That's what I was going to ask you. So you've left your support system, your mother, she's in the military in the Ukraine, so you had to leave her, and now you're in this new CF community. So how hard is it to leave your mother, your support system there, and then how is the new community you're in as far as support?
It's very hard for me. I don't know. I had this day when I don't cry about my mother. It's very hard. I always said you need go for me to Germany, but my mother said that it's your one moment. That is your I can say it easier. That is your job. She can live this. She's very like Ukrainian, very like her job, and she doesn't want to leave Ukraine. She said that she will be in Ukraine for the end. It's very hard for me to understand. In Ukraine, I have a lot of friends from CF, and I don't know something for my friends in such city like Kharkiv, Mariupol, live without without electricity. Some of my friends doesn't have Creon because she lives in separated territory. She lives in separated territory and can't receive this medication help. It's very hard for me. With some of my friends, I don't have a contact because she doesn't know. She doesn't have electricity, mobile, internet, nothing. I don't know. She lives now, and she don't alive. It's very hard for me. It's very hard mentally. It's very hard mentally. Germany, we can have to the mental doctor. I don't know, but I feel I can't. It's hard for me. Also speaking about it every day because I can't keep calm because every day I thinking about it, and I feel that this doctor don't help me. I only when the war stopped, I was happy. Now I'm happy about my daughter because she on a safety country, and she have a case for a doctor and for a medicine. But I'm in a very bad condition because it's very hard. It's very hard. Imagine that your home disappear. You have home, you have your friends, your life, and in one time it's disappeared. And how live? I don't understand. How live? I always look at a news and sit, and I don't think about it. I nervous. I always nervous. It's very hard. Very hard. It's all world said never again. But it's happened. It's happened. It's very scary. It started at 5 a.m. when all people slept. It's very hard. That bomb in our city bombed airport.
Yeah. And I said to Rod before you joined us that I drive around where I live and I think about what's going on in the Ukraine, and I look at buildings and think, what if that building was bombed? What if I couldn't even track down my girls because the cell phones don't work? What if, my mom's 83 or 84, I can't remember, but what if she couldn't make the walk if we had to do what you're doing? So what you've had to go through and are going through is unimaginable for so many of us. And the fact that you're talking about you can't even get a hold of your friends because they don't have electricity and can't charge cell phones, and you don't know if they're alive or dead, that's very traumatic and very sad. What do you want Americans here to know, or what words do you have for the cystic fibrosis community here?
First of all, I want this. All world need here. This is a war. This is not something else. It's a war. Russian people say it's not a war. It's only inside a country some problem or something like that. No, it is a war. Our child dying. Our women dying. It's very hard. It's hard to live with cystic fibrosis. Imagine how live with cystic fibrosis when around you are. Have to live. Have to think about your child, healthy child, about cystic fibrosis. When you hear it, bomb it. It's always that it's a war. And I want this all world say about it, close the sky under Ukraine, close the sky, because Russian fires bombed our city. When sitting a child, like a school, like a hospital, not only military part, not only this, our home, our school, our hospital, I don't know what want Russia from us. I don't know. I don't understand. I I don't understand political problem. I can't imagine what how I can decide it. I don't know. I only want from Ukrainian a peace on all the world. Why this happened? I don't know. I want to live in my country. I like my country. I like my life. Maybe Ukraine has some problem with medication, something like that. I don't know, but I don't understand. I don't understand what Ukrainian can do. We live our life. We don't have some aggressive or something like that for Russian. I don't know why it's happened.
It's tragic, and we feel for you. And the whole world is thinking of people like you, and the CF community is praying for you and crying for you, and just anything that people can do for you and about 900 other people, other CF families in Ukraine. Whatever people can do, they want to do. I'm glad now that you're safe in Germany, and, all your friends and your mother. I can't imagine having had to leave them behind, but we're hoping that they all survive. You don't know if you will have a country to go back to, but what traditions do you want to keep, Ukrainian traditions that you want Anna to remember?
First tradition, I don't know. I want to bring in my soul this. It's like to be Ukrainian. It's very lovely country. It's a lot of people. What is Ukraine? What we like in Ukraine? I very like all the blue sky and all Ukrainian people very strong. Very strong. We living in very hard conditions all time. But now I want that my child know and remember all time. If she, for example, need stay living in here in Germany, and maybe she was. Go to the school here, go to the job here, I don't know. I want that she always remember she's from Ukrainian. She's from Ukrainian. Love it and bring its love all your life. Very that your life was very longer, even cystic fibrosis. But I hope that medicine don't stay and create some miracle from us, and I hope on it. I believe in it. I believe in peace. I believe in medicine, and I love my country, and I always thinking about it. About peace, and I hope all will be okay.
We do too. And we hear her playing. How could you not cry? I mean, don't apologize for crying. How could you not cry? We're all crying for you. I mean, it's so hard. I'm glad you're able to keep up traditions and everything. What jobs did you and your husband have to leave that you had?
I was, yes, it's hard for me. I was accounting. My husband was driver. I could work not all day because of Anna. It's hard to work all day with she, but few hours a day I did it. But now I don't have job like my husband. Maybe in the future we are looking for some work in Germany. I don't know. In Germany, we 3 weeks. I understand, and first of all, need to do some documents. It's like 1 minute. Refugee, yeah, I understand.
Refrigerator? Is that no? Yes.
Yeah, refugee. Now in Germany, we like
Refugee.
Refugee. Okay, I'm sorry. Refugee.
Yeah. We're in this status, refugee in Germany. I don't know. Maybe in the future, I will looking for a job for me and can work accounting, like was in Ukraine. Maybe my husband looking for a job too. I hope on it.
And do you know German? Are you going to have to learn another language?
Now I started Deutsch lernen. Now I started school, Deutsch school.
Mm-hmm.
It's very hard for me, but I try and I believe I will do it. But it's very hard language.
I mean, your friends, you must be so grateful to them. You have a place to stay. I know it's so hard and it's absolutely not home, but you're finding some joy while you're there. Is it possible?
I don't know. It's possible for me or not. Now it's so hard for me. Now I don't think about some joy, something like that. I do some documents because for being here in Germany, I need to do some documents and have a case for a jobbing. I prepare a doc for a starting job. Maybe from my university in Ukraine sending some request on me that I am accounting, and maybe some firms wants to work with me. I don't know. But about join, no, it's not time for it.
I completely understand.
Now I'm in bad mentally conditions.
Can you get therapy from a doctor for your mental health? Are you able to get a doctor?
No, I have to keep calm by myself. I try to do it. I try thinking on better thing in our life. Anna has a test for a medicine. She has a cheaper insurance, but she has insurance. It's good. It's better than be in Ukraine without electricity. And I try thinking on better thing.
Well, as we were going to end this conversation for now, but what do you want to say to the people in the United States who have cystic fibrosis and are thinking about you?
I want to say that need to 1 moment. Need to appreciate what you have. Need to love each other. Need be better day by day, because it's very hard to imagine like in 1 day all what you love disappear, and need to appreciate what you have. And I want say one, please pray for Ukrainian. Pray for a peace on Ukrainian, because a lot of it's very scrammy. 2,500 child died before a war in Ukraine. Little child in near my city. I lived in Ivano-Frankivsk, near my city Lviv. People made some. One moment, I translate it. Monument from a child's carriage without child. 100 carriage without child. It's in this night, 100 child died, and the mother go to this carriage without child on the square, and it's like was a monument. 100 child on the one night. It's very hard.
We saw that on the news, that picture. It was unbearable. It's unbearable to look at. All of those strollers, those carriages empty.
Yeah.
Because all of those kids died. Yeah, I know what you're referring to. We saw that picture. So devastating. How is your daughter, Anna, doing? Does she seem to be okay, or how do you think she's doing?
Anna okay, because Anna don't understand what happened. She is small, and she we have had one situation when we was first time in Germany. Now, the doctor said from us, you need to stay in hospital for the checking after a long road checking. And in the hospital had helicopter. And when Anna heard a helicopter, she very, very afraid. She go under bed and crying. I'm afraid. It is a bump, mommy crying. And it was very heartbreaking picture for me. This doctor was in this moment here in our room, and the Germany's doctor stay and cry. This little girl, 4 years age, sitting on the bed and crying because of it's like a madman hospital's helicopter. She didn't imagine this have child, but now Anna is okay. Anna day by day Anna don't thinking about it. She's thinking about a new kindergarten or something like that. I try to support. She tried to go with she in interest place or something like that. Try to playing with she a lot, speaking with she a lot, and I understand this now. She is calm. It's very good for me. It's easier for me when she is not afraid, not she's speaking, she laughing, she's good conditioned now. It's very good for me.
Well, so much trauma you have. I mean, you'll have it for, forever, and you just learn to deal with it. I mean, post-traumatic stress is in the CF community, and now you are going through this war and living as a refugee in another country and having to figure out what you're going to do. So much trauma. Our hearts go out to you. It's so much, and just know that we're all thinking of you. It's just truly unbelievable. So Thank you for talking to us and sharing your story with us.
Thank you for this experience. It's my first time with a podcast or something like that. Thank you a lot. Thank you for Rod, for West. It's a better present in my life. The West is what hard to receive it, hard with our customer officers. But it's better present. Thank you a lot. Rod, if you heard me, thanks from Olga. Olga, very, very happy too to receive this present. I know condition, Olga's condition now it's better and it's good. Thank you.
Well, you're welcome from everyone, and we will stay in touch. And thanks for sharing your story. Thank you so much.
Thank you for this experience. Anna won't say bye. One moment.
Okay. Bye, Anna. It was so nice to meet you. Do you want to say goodbye?
Yeah, because goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, honey.
Bye.
Bye. So, Rod, wow. How do you feel after meeting her via Zoom? And she mentioned Olga, I think it is, or Olia, the other person that you have helped. You know, after talking with Kateryna, I mean, this is just one person out of the millions who are impacted in the Ukraine, right? And out of the 900 CF families there. And she has left such an impact on us, right? Like, how are you feeling after we spoke to her?
It just brings everything we see in the news to life. Her story, her emotions, and it was real. It wasn't some broadcaster on TV reading off a teleprompter. It was real. It's her life. It was amazing to see that. Very, very, very emotional.
There's more trauma that she's experienced than we can even comprehend. I mean, leaving her mother, her friends, not being able to contact them, her home, her job, her daughter's life, wishing to be able to raise your child in the Ukraine. So much. I mean, you can not get over that. You just have to, I guess, learn to deal with it.
Right.
Thank you for all you're doing with CF Vest for Life. It was great to be able to bring on Kateryna, someone that you've helped, and we got to share her story. So you keep doing what you're doing, and we'll keep doing what we're doing. But it is always wonderful to talk to you because we are definitely in this together.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're a good team. Me, Mark Tremblay, his wife, Mary Grace. The three of us are a good team, and it's just our honor to do what little we do. It's an honor.
Anything else that you want to tell us about what you're doing now?
Well, we started a campaign on Vest to Ukraine. We're working on finding Ukrainian patients like Kateryna and her daughter, and Olia, who have fled Ukraine. Once we locate them, we're raising funds to send vests to them. Like Olia, she couldn't take her vest with her. So we found a donor who paid to send the vest to her. So we're just accumulating funds so we can do that to so many more CF patients in Ukraine who need it.
Absolutely. We will have all the links in our show notes too. Wonderful, wonderful work. Thank you again. I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. This is an honor. Thank you for this. And the opportunity to hear Kateryna was exquisite, really. Thank you.
Yeah, it was. I don't even feel like the words to express how we popped into someone's life like that for 40 minutes. And she has dealt with and is still dealing with and will be dealing with so much.
Right.
Thanks again, Rod.
Thank you.
The original music in this podcast is performed by Kevin Allen,
It's not complicated.
who happens to have cystic fibrosis.
We all got our worries and fears. I know it's got you frustrating, but loving you is so alright.
This has been the Living with Cystic Fibrosis podcast. For more information and to learn more about the Bonnell Foundation, visit our website at thebonnellfoundation.org. That's the BONNELL Foundation.org. This podcast was sponsored by Vertex Pharmaceutical, The Science of Possibility, and Viatris. It was produced by Jag and Detroit Podcasts. Follow our show in Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you're listening right now.